Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along. It is Thursday evening. We have the second round of the World Endurance Championship here in Le Mans Ultimate. Obviously, if you're watching this back on the VOD, then it probably isn't Thursday evening for you. But I hope that you're well, regardless. I hope that you're all having a great week and staying nice, fit, healthy, and hope that you're ready for this this second round of this championship. We're going to try and turn it around after the disaster that we had last week, where I had a little spin which knocked me back a little bit, and then I had probably what was the worst mistake of them all in the race, where I went and drove into the barrier on the outside of the final corner at Sebring, picked up a whole load of damage and had to drive the entire lap with the suspension damage, get back to the pits, obviously try and repair that, but then go and accidentally select change brakes, which is something that you do not want to be doing, because they take 2 minutes to do that, and yeah, that put us well down the order, well down the field, which was a real quite frustrating shame, and we were effectively just trying to get ourselves back into the top 10 because of that. We did manage to finish the race though, so we did manage to score some points, but tonight's race is going to be a tricky one nonetheless. As you can probably guess by the title, it is going to be all about tyre preservation here in this one. Track is relatively hot. I think it gets up into the 30 degrees, low 30s in the actual race, and we have a bit of a dilemma as to what kind of tyres that we actually want to be going with, whether we do go with a set of softs or whether we go for mediums being about half a second at least a lap slower, and obviously they last a bit longer, but yeah, there's quite a big performance deficit there. So I think I've worked out a strategy for this race that is going to help us out and basically get the best possible results. So it's good to see you here, Hub City Sim Racing. Ayo to you too. Hope you're all going well, and everyone else who's coming and joining in on the live stream. Hello to you all. I hope you're doing well. Yourselves locked and loaded, ready for this one. Hey Jensen, good to see you, mate. Hope you're all good, and thank you very much for the well wishes. Much appreciated. Right. We have ourselves less than a minute now before we tick over into the qualifying session. Well, he's going to be all about trying to preserve the tyres as best we possibly can. No, Dawn, not you as well. I have actually considered qualifying on the wets. I thought, what if it does work? What if it does work and it preserves us the tyres for the actual race? But we're not gonna qualify on wets. We're not doing it. We're gonna qualify as normal, and hope that everything goes well. But yeah, seems like this season the participation is relatively low here in the World Endurance Championship. Let's go ahead and bring up the game so you can see everything that's going on as we are now ticking over into qualifying. But yeah, there's only 2 splits this time round. I think there was only 2, maybe 3 splits last week. Well, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we fare this time round. It looks like Barkley, who I saw in the practice session last night, isn't actually doing it this time round. But there's a few cars in here that I recognise from last week. Recognise Joseph Bufel, who's in the Rexy Porsche, and they were pretty quick last week. Managed to chase us down before overtaking us There's probably a couple of other names in here as well, yeah. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, we can get ourselves up on the top of the podium, regardless. We shall see. Right. Indeed. We are doing that. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Right. There's a lot of people who have gone out on medium tires. Hang on a sec. Let's double check this. Because obviously if we go overall, right, all the hypercars and everything are out on mediums, aren't they? Because they might have the hard tire option, but I'm pretty sure it's only going to be either the medium or the wet, and they're not going to be running wets, not in these dry conditions. So the majority of mediums that we're seeing here are hypercar related. If we go to GTE only, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who have gone and decided to qualify on a set of mediums. So a few of us still sat in the pit lane at the moment. A bunch of us are still. A bunch of people have gone for the softs. So I reckon right about now is probably a good time to go and head out onto the track. So let's go and do that. We are committing to soft tyre strategy. Well, it's important to see what everyone else is doing, Jensen. Let's not take the bets. Say, if everybody is going mediums, then that has me second guessing what it is that I want to do in terms of my strategy. But because I am seeing a mix of soft and mediums, it's filling me with a little bit more hope that the strategy that I'm going to go with for this race is actually going to work. Yes, we are doing a super easy outlap as to not take too much life out of the tyres. Or at least try not to take too much life out of the tyres. So in my practice sessions this evening, since last night, I haven't actually gone any quicker. However, it definitely feels like the low 2-minute 6s are possible. I did see someone in the practice session do a 2:06.4, and we were on course to match that until I came across a GTE who was a bit slower, basically from this point in the lap onwards, and they compromised me here into the second to last corner and then also in the final turn itself, and I lost a few attempts from that. Right. This lap we should push a little bit more, not go completely flat out, but certainly a little bit more push. So the temperature's not quite there yet as the rear tyre is sliding across the surface just there. Again, just trying to preserve the tyre now. Whilst trying to build some temperature in the tyre as well. That's the other thing. It's important to get that temperature in there. but you can see already from a lap and a third, we're already down to 4%, taking 4% out of the tyres. Thanks very much, Luca. Good to see you again. Right. Now, we will actually go for it. P3 at the moment, no. Make that P4. Try and be nice and smooth through here. Not invalidate the lap. Oh, big oversteer. Alright, if we can get a good improvement here, we could jump ourselves up a whole bunch of positions. Making it quite tight in there. The best of exits. Keeping it legal. That's good with me. If we can keep that on the front row, that will do quite nicely. To track on low grip. These times seem really slow for GTEs. What sort of times are you expecting? That's my question to you. I have seen on Track Titan someone do a 204. The thing with that is, though, I'm wondering if that's on like old physics and more recent updated physics have it the car slower at this sort of pace. Will you change tyres in the race? Yes, I will, indeed. I'll be starting on a fresh set, and then I'll be changing on to my quali tyres during my pit stop. Elijah, and say how much you rotate the car under braking. Yeah, you get a fair amount of rotation under braking. Some of it's not necessarily wanted, but it's controllable. So we're just managing it effectively. Hey Chris, update's good, I believe. Everything seems to be working fine on my end, at least. I'm not seeing or had any issues. To be fair, I've not really had any issues since like some of the very early patches with any of the updates. It's been like one or two, like the crashing wheel, if you didn't leave the session, but that's obviously now been fixed. So yeah, I've not really experienced any real sort of issues, and that one was quite easy to work around. Comparing it to ACC, GT3s and the O4s, yeah, very different physics here. It's quite interesting actually. I'm trying to remember what sort of lap times you do in the GT3s here in Le Mans Ultimate. There is a difference though between the cars. Between the SRO and the GT3 cars that run in work. So I do believe that they are also slower. Temps are low. They're not that low. I mean, the cool air temperature should help with the engine, make it quicker. And then track temp is okay, but yeah, the tyres weren't really getting up to a massive amount of temperature. It didn't really feel like there's a huge amount of grip there. Imagine if it was warmer, then we'd probably be a little bit quicker. But yeah, the times between Le Mans Ultimate and ACC aren't really comparable.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Alright, we are starting P2. Okay, I think we're all good. Yeah, we're trying to avoid the turn 1 shenanigans. I think Angel 1 was in the race last week. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but we shall see. We shall see, regardless. Looks like there's a few people starting on soft. Someone that's gone for a front left medium. That's really strange, because the front right gets worked harder. The right side tyres get worked harder than the lefts. Marginally. They're probably thinking of the two long right-handers, the one in the first sector and the one in the final sector. They're probably thinking of that, but like otherwise you do more left-hand turns, therefore work the right tyres more than you do the other way. Right. Get ourselves onto track. I want that. Right. There we go. All set and ready. Trying to get shifty. Hopefully this does work out. Hopefully we can have ourselves a good clean race here. But let's see. Be nice to avoid any turn 1 shenanigans. Okay, I vaguely recognise that Porsche, so I think, yeah, they were in the race last week, but they may have actually retired early. Alright, here we go. I think we're well out of line here.
Green flag, green flag.
Ah, we are. That's really frustrating because I clicked off the game just to change something to basically activate the replay, or should I say the OBS recording, so I can record clips and that sort of thing, and obviously that put me well out of position. My own fault. Still, long race. See what we can do. It's more my fault because when you click off the game, it basically it keeps whatever your last input actually was active, and you don't have any control until you click back onto the game again, and that is something that's new since version 1.0. Just before, I used to be able to click off the game and be able to still control the car, upshift, out, all that sort of thing, accelerate, brake. Can't do that anymore. I have to have the game in focus. But yeah, because of that, put us out of position there. So I'm going to do a couple of laps before we get to doing that drive-through penalty. Just so we're a little bit closer to the tail end of the GTE field, and hopefully they're spread out a little bit more when we come to them. Plus, it helps get everything up to temperature. Just got to remember when going into the pits, we got to be careful with the pit entry. Or a big lock up there for P1. And at least it's just a drive-through and not an actual stop-and-go penalty. Right, let's go for it now. Right, at least the entry was nice and safe. No issues there. I think you have the usual, like, 3 laps to serve it. But I'll go for it now. Give me some more racing laps to do it, and look at that, we're not too far off the back of the cars in front. I reckon if we had gone the extra lap or two, it probably would have been ahead of this last GTE here. We want to keep an eye on this tyre wet. Just to make sure we're not burning through the tyres too quickly. And it's not necessarily where I want to be. Catching them. Ideally, I'd like to be past them here into turn 1. Or on the exit's good. This is what I wanted. Clear air coming into the S's here. So I can go at my pace rather than theirs. I need to try and be a little bit more confident on the brakes, because we're going a little bit deep. There's got going again. It is crucial that we get through this GT build pretty quickly without losing too much time. Try and recover back to a podium. We've got some very good pace at the moment. P1 and 2 both kind of in and around the 207s. Thank you. Oh, we're going a little deep there. People aren't really fighting us, which is nice. Been quite fortunate so far with this traffic and making it past them pretty quick. Thank you, Chris. So we're trying to recover. Could potentially get back to a podium. We're only 13 seconds off of P3 at the moment. Right, leaders are here. Or hypercars are here, should I say. Lovely. Pretty much that first big group there cleared us before we get to this section, which was pretty important for us to have a nice clean run through here without being disturbed or distracted, because that can happen quite easily. Why go way over there? Come back, give some slipstream. Thank you, Alpine. Rear end moving around a little bit there. This is good. We're not losing too much time to P1. Gap's still hanging in and around 24 seconds. How many hypercars are there? There's 24 of them. It's only 14 GTs. So I was wondering when the traffic was going to end. Not quite yet. Those RSRs do sound really nice. But lovely to be back up in a P6. .11.5 seconds to P3. And P1 and 2 are a fair way ahead of them. Now we can get back to monitoring tyres now. Oh, even P2's catching up with P1. P2 is that Rexy RSR. And they had some good race pace last week as well. We haven't hit that weird sort of like tyre wear phase that we had in Sebring last week, as of yet. Car still feels nicely planted because there was a phase that we went through a little way into both stints where the tyres just like felt like they completely went away from us, and the car was really quite tricky to drive. But then driving through that, they did come back. But we haven't seemed to hit that same issue as of yet. So I wonder if we're either going to experience it at all, or perhaps the setup that I'm running this week has negated that issue, because I think I was running quite a bit more rake back at Sebring than I was in comparison to how much I'm running now. So I'm wondering if it's to do with the fuel bleeding off and the aero balance shifting around. At least the wear is looking nice and even, front and rear. Which is good. It's just the new gaining on P3. Yep. Pace is looking nice. And yeah, the hypercars weren't too bad that time round. I was expecting a few more sends from one or two like we had at Sebring, but they were a lot calmer. On their first pass at least. We'll see what they're like. Second time that they come through. And P1 had a moment by the looks of it on the previous lap. Their last lap was a 2:10. 2:10.0. And they are now sub 19 seconds ahead of us. They were 24 odd. Still managed to hit his breaking point. I thought that might distract him there. Shut the door on us. Sorry, mate. I'm in a little bit of a hurry. P1 and 2 are going to see us now on the leaderboard for the first time since we made our stop and go. Sorry, drive-through, not stop and go. And our tyre wear is actually a lot better than I was predicting it was going to be. I was kind of working it to basically be about 3% per lap. And obviously, that would have meant 10 laps we'd be down at the point that we are now, in and around 70%. That we're on lap 13. Done much, much better there than I was anticipating, so that puts us in a good position in terms of general tyre wear throughout the stint, but also for the next stint when we hop onto the quali tyres. Thank you guys. Cheers for the encouragement. Just need to keep it clean and keep it on the track. And yeah, podium is definitely on the cards. Thank you, Grigo. Appreciate you not sending it there. I mean, he's got a nice, lovely 7.5 second lead, so he doesn't need a push. No, Luca, I started on brand new tyres. Seeing as this is going to be the longer of the two stints. And all of you, get past us here on the straight, please. Thank you very much. That works out very nicely. Hey Chris, how's it going? Thank you very much for the well wishes, and don't worry about being late. You're not required to be here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you turning up and tuning in nonetheless. Bad to hit. No, look, our first track limit this morning. I have a feeling this Aston's going to be a little bit more difficult to pass in comparison to the Porsches previously, because if they got the same wing as us, then we're not going to have that straight line speed advantage. They're also on soft tyres as well, so we don't have a tyre advantage here either. The only tyre advantage we may have is less tyre wear, but obviously we have no way of actually knowing that. One thing for sure though, it does look like he's getting onto the brakes early in a couple of places. Those couple of places being the three main braking zones. That's what I was expecting from hypercars. That's not what I want from hypercars. Just need to settle back down. Opportunity will come later. How did we not pick up damage from that? How did we not die there? Jesus. Oh, a little sketchy on the brakes. .5 in the first sector. Okay, thank you. So we definitely do have pace over them. It's just obviously when we get close, it starts to drive at their pace. The thing is, we have very nicely closed up on P3 as well, and amongst all of this. Don't snap across our noses. You're only going to end up killing yourself. Okay, now it feels like we're in that phase where the tyres are starting to come away from us. It's a little bit more rotation on the rear than I'd like there to be at the end of the braking zones. So please be patient. Thank you. Now you can go. Here we go. Now we got to run. Now we got to run. Oh, he's letting us go. Oh, the Corvette is really struggling. Really struggling. It's fine, you can go defensive. Totally cool with that. I'll just line you up for a better run here. That didn't quite work. No, his defense there was fine. Oh, big wiggle by them. There we go. Now we're through. Oh, oh. We're P2. What happened to Cliff? Is he pitted? Yes, he's in the pits now. Or I can see someone is in the pits. Yes, yeah, he is him. Okay, he's pitted very early. Must have picked up some damage. Hey. Alright. Take that. Right. 17 seconds to P1. Let's do it. Some quite severe understeer. Ooh, P1's now into the pits as well. Very interesting. I wonder if they're doing a longer second stint on mediums. So they may have started on their quali tyres on the softs. Interesting. Let's see how this goes. No. Fuel fizz on softs. I wonder if they absolutely knackered and flat spotted their tyres. P1 is back out in P6 and he's on softs. Very interesting. That's because GTE's never used virtual energy. It was just fuel. So yeah, you're kind of always in the dark as to what everyone else is doing. Right, so the gap is 37.5 seconds. We are obviously on warm tyres, however, we are on much lighter fuel loads. Not having to deal with huge amounts of multi-class traffic. And we're good on tyre wear. Yeah, virtual energy was only introduced last year. Yeah, last year on the GT3s, and I believe they had about a year beforehand of GT3s being. I think they came in 2023. No. No, it was 2024. So their first year. But yeah, it was before the time of virtual energy. Only the hypercar class had virtual energy at the time. comes that gaggle of hypercars again. Yeah, please don't come across our noses. Completely takes away our braking power. And there's a high chance that we end up running into the back of you. Thankfully, they were aware enough to move out the way there. But that could have very nearly ended in disaster for us both. I'm aware that I'm exceeding track limits a fair amount at the moment, but I don't really care. Do you have a normal brake pedal or a Simucube? I'm using Simagic P1000s. And no Jensen, no boxing for wets. It's not going to rain, so we don't need them. Yeah. P1000s, and then I got the additional springs, which definitely worth doing. Basically running the second stiffest spring pairing that you can run on them. So some great modulation on them. The pedal still moves. It's not like the load cell is rock solid and rigid. There is some pedal travel there, but it does feel nice. I really wish you wouldn't. That's the second time we've done that. You're getting your nose chopped off. We are in P1, but Net P1 and P2 have both pitted. They both pitted early. Any haptic motors? Yeah, I've got the Neo motors on the brake, throttle. I don't think I've got it on the clutch. No, just the brake and throttle. There is me with my foot trying to reach around the back of the pedal just to feel if there is a haptic motor mounted on the back, so I couldn't quite remember off the top of my head. And from where I'm sat, I can't actually see my pedals. Well, that one was kind of silly. I didn't gain any sort of advantage there with that. There's, I think, both the ABS and the locking effect on there. Obviously, in these cars, it's only going to be the locking effect that I'm going to feel because there is no ABS in the GTEs. And then I think I've got both traction and traction control and wheel spin or wheel slip on the throttle. Now they are at different frequencies, so you can distinguish the two on any one given pedal. I think I made the locking effect and the slip effect much higher frequency, so it vibrates quicker, and then traction control and ABS are much slower, heavier, sort of like sort of vibrations. Obviously quicker than that, but you get the impression. So I can feel the two. Usually it's the slip and locking that you feel first. Oh my god. Actually commit. Yeah, you're never making that. Okay. Yeah, so I can feel it on the pedals just before they lock. And I can feel it when they're starting to slip, just as the lights are coming on. The traction slip lights. So I can feel it there when the lights are flickering, just that slight moment. And again, couldn't feel them there. Feel them now, now. We have gone much deeper into the race than I was anticipating. Nope. They're still in around same spot. In and around that 37.5, 38 seconds. Which is going to be nice for us because this could put us at a slight tyre advantage depending on what they did, whether they took brand new fresh tyres or not. If they did take brand new fresh tyres, then we'll probably end up being in and around similar sort of tyre wear states, maybe a slight advantage. Actually, no. Yeah, maybe. By a lap or so. But if they've gone onto their quali tyres, we're going to have a big advantage. boxing. Lovely jubbly. Right, we're in a good position here, lads. There's P2 up there at the top. Right, we are obviously on cold tyres though, so we need to watch out for that. They should heat up fairly quickly because they have had a heat cycle through them already. Now the big question is, what sort of state are the guys in front? Have they got their tyres in? Hey, Bubba. Alice is back. Right, 19 seconds to P1. Be a little bit more careful now with them track limits. Yep. 0.75 left. They're both doing 28.6s. That was an invalid lap, but I think that would have been a 2:07.5. 1.1 seconds quicker. Good chunk of time gained on this one. Go 7-0. I'll tell you what, this Corvette behind us has got some pace. Yeah. I think they might have started the race on their quali tyres, which were the mediums. So now they're on softs and pushing. Yeah, I remember Dort. Thanks for the reminder, but they may have been very heavily worn mediums, which do provide less grip than the softs. Anyway, they're like half a second to 0.7 of a second slower per lap, so even when the tyre wear may be slightly better, obviously there's still that underlying grip disadvantage on the mediums. So it's probably a mix of heavy wear and the difference between soft and medium. 2 seconds quicker on P2 that lap. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. Steady. About a second and a half quicker than the two cars in front. It's just this Corvette behind who's absolutely come alive. This stage. Managed to clear that track limits warning, which was pretty vital, but taking life out of the tyres doing so as well. Little deep. Oh, second on that lap. Both out of the car in front and the car behind out on us. Pretty close. Alright, let's try and use this guy to help us close up on P1 and 2 even more. How much did you want me to slow? Jesus. Maybe they did just genuinely have this sort of pace in that first stint, but absolutely demolished their tyres in the early phase. Maybe they had a spin or something like that, or a big lockup that was really costing them big time. Or it could be, as Dor says, maybe the Corvette just eats tyres much quicker throughout the stint, and their pace is going to drop off later on. Pitted on the same lap as us. So I reckon they're on brand new softs. Started on brand new softs. That's a big lockup for, I think, maybe P1 coming into here. It's either P1 or the back marker in P11. Still opportunity here, lads. Fuck's sake. Stop putting your nose in where it isn't warranted. I don't want to be catching this Porsche where we're going to be catching it. Okay, it's fine to be catching it here. No, it's not. I guess hesitate on the throttle a little bit there. Copy that door. See P1 and 2 are very, very close to one another. Oh, P1's at the moment. Run to the podium. Is it still looking good? 10 laps to go. Oh, big look up there by the Corvette. This is what we need, boys. This is what we need. Come on. Here we go. Please be kind. Kind enough. P1 had a lockup. It's all kicking off. Question is, does that vet have tyres? At the moment, I'd say yes. They're going to have a tyre advantage over us because they started on brand new tyres, whereas ours were worn about 10% when we took them on. Just need the turtle on the battle pretty hard for us to close right in and give a Corvette a real good run for its money. Now or two are battling. Need the Porsche to put up a defense of its life. And I need these guys to get involved. Oh, look up by the Porsche. I need the vet struggling, not the Porsche. Porsche's come out on top. Thank you. Fuel might be tight. We got plus 0.3, so we should be good. This is really good battling between the two cars up in front. I need more of this. I need them to keep fighting. Go on, Porsche. Yes. Oh, they're leaning on each other. This is going to end in tears. Hypers are getting involved as well. Oh, this is getting messy. Go on, Porsche, go on. Come on, Yorkie, go on. Come. Hey, Sunset. Doing good, thanks. How are you? Coming up to a very, very tense fight for the end. Go, Porsche, go. Are the rears hot? No, they're not too bad. Mid to low 70s. Me just not quite getting the braking right. I'm trying to remain calm, don't worry. This is what I need, call that overly defensive. That's what I don't need. Cheers for the well wishes. There's Sunset, appreciate that. We need back marker nicely out the way there. Oh, big look up there from P1. They're going to keep doing that. Go, 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 go. I'm trying to be careful with the track limits. These 10 minutes are going to fly by though. Oh, this could ruin P1's day, maybe? Nope. 7 is a slight distraction. Or slightly offline. This is an online championship race. Sunset. Specifically the World Endurance Championship here in Le Mans Ultimate. Almost felt the car was going to go there. I thought I'd stick it out because we're going to get some good rotation. Oh, big lock up from the Porsche. Bringing us back in. Alright, need to be extra careful now. On the last track limits, warning. I'm hoping that wasn't our best opportunity. May not take that one. Yeah, you can't blame me for that. I'm hoping that's a flash of sorry. Right, let's do this. We're done without losing so much time there, getting past that Porsche, but the Corvette's going to start struggling with the tyres. Could be on for a race win. 2 more laps. Maybe 3. Need more of that from the Corvette, please. Can't go easy. We gotta push. We're getting 2 or 3 attempts on this lap. Go on, caddy. Up the inside. Yep, lovely. Corvette didn't really seem bothered by that though. Come on, tyres, hold on. Two more. Come on, push, 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 push. Last one. Give us everything, Tyres. Come on, come on. Ah. Trying to set myself up for a move into here. Didn't work. Oh, wow. What a intense finish that was. What a comeback after the drive-through. Bloody hell. Well, that was exciting. No. Androids. Gripping the wheel just a little bit. That pace that he had, 206.3, is crazy at the end there. Crazy speed. Oh. Yeah, definitely felt like we had the pace for the win there. Obviously, things would have played out a little bit differently if we didn't get the drive-through penalty, but still very, very pleased to recover to the position that we got to. I believe Fabio won, yeah? Yep, he did. Ooh-wee. Voodoo, thank you very much. Glad you enjoyed that one. Please, everyone, give it a like. I'm sure you enjoyed it, so there isn't really a reason as to why you should like it, but please do give it a like. It definitely definitely helps out with all the algorithm and all that sort of good stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ratings. Up P6, look, or up 6 positions. Nice, we gained 2 or 3 boxes in the silver ranking there. Expected to finish, I think, 6th. Beat 4 drivers a higher rank, lovely. Very nice. 275 points. So that's a good number of points hauled in there. Overall race results. I do wish there was a little bit more place. Angle 1 dropped quite a lot off the back of us there. So quite the shake-up. Don't know why I was doing that. Alright, overall champion standings. P2 after that. Very nice. So yeah, we finished, I think it was 9th or 10th in race 1. So the points that we got wasn't particularly great. We're going to end up missing the next round because I'll be at the Sim Expo next week, next Thursday. So if you're there, do come and say hi. I should be lurking in and around one or two of the booths. Make sure to follow us on Discord or Twitter, X, or Blue Sky. I'll be keeping you updated with where I am throughout the days. Very nicely there at the top. Manufacturer-wise, there at the top again, and then I have no friends, so it's just me on the friends. Cheers for tuning in, Jensen. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope you have a good rest of the week, and hopefully I'll catch you again Monday evening. Live stream from the floor. I suppose it could do a live stream, actually. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be there for work reasons. So how much I can wander around, take a look at other stuff and do some filming is unknown. But I speak with work and see what we can do with regards to doing a live stream. The only thing is I don't have a microphone, and the only real camera I have is my mobile. But let's go ahead and take a look at the replay. There was some juicy racing action in that one. Time for some water, for sure. Pings on Discord, are they work-related pings? Yes. Sorry about this, guys. Work-related stuff that I'm just going to be replied to. Where is it? There it is. Right. Replay time. So this was a little bit annoying. So with OBS, there's a little replay buffer feature that basically allows you to save and record the last 5 minutes. And at this point, coming here, so if you watch, click now, that's the point where I clicked off of the game onto OBS to start the replay buffer. Now, up on this screen, I have obviously OBS. I've got you guys all chatting away there, and then I have over the top of it my strategy for the race. But the strategy is in Google Chrome. So when I clicked on OBS, that Google Chrome window ended up obviously not being on top, so I couldn't see that. So obviously I had to look over because my taskbar is over on a third monitor over there. Then click on Chrome to bring it back up. And obviously when you click off the game, yes, you can still steer. However, your throttle, brake and gearing inputs are all basically you can't do anything. You can only steer. That's the only thing you can do. And obviously at this point we're in the rolling start phase. I'm out of position ahead, so I'm like, oh, I need to slow down here, which I do, and then yeah, I'm out of position. I reckon maybe if I braked a little bit more and was kind of in and around here, probably would have been alright. I was probably just a little bit too far forward. So that was a little bit frustrating, but hey ho, it is what it is at this point. Obviously just played it safe. Slide back in behind the Porsche again. And here we got a good run on the Porsche, I think. Yeah, we did. No, it's just a simple move back up the inside. Much actually happen here, or are they just closing in on each other? Right, it's all closing in. So this is the start of their battle then. Oh, yeah, good question. We'll go and take a look at that as well in a bit. As contact. Oh, more contact. Take a look at that from the offboards. That would have been pretty cool to see. jerking about all over the place. Oh my god. Hypercar just about squeezed them through. At least that Cadillac had sense to sit behind there, although around the outside here. Momentarily splits the battle. Oh. Oh my god. This is crazy with the hypercars in as well. Oof. That's a hit. Tell you what, a bit bad and bruised there. That was me getting overexcited. Managed to save that one though. That's the view we want. So flash of the lights right into the braking zone. Went for the move, nice and close. Bit forceful there from the Corvette. Giving some back. Just ping pong and bouncing off each other. And I thought he was actually going for it here, but got better of it and backed out. Oh, a bit of a look up there. Let's see what happened there, because they went well offline. It was there. And they're too wide here. Look at the ground we're gaining in the rearview mirror. Then too wide there. Had to lift out because of the track limits. Dear, big lock up. So I think that flash of the lights there was just an apology. Right, what happened? So Angel won then. Oh, we went into the pits. Oh, there was contact. Interesting. Actually sending. Oh. Yeah, it's just a convergence of lines. I think he wasn't anticipating that this guy was going to lift off as much as he did and get quite as much rotation. Yeah, it does seem very racing incident like. Really unfortunate because obviously that's tyres done. Still, really good solid race. Really, really happy with that one. So yes, ladies and gents, thank you very much everyone for tuning in with this, because that was a much better race than last week. Certainly, I think more entertaining throughout, and I was certainly in a much better mood for it as well. But yeah, I hope you all have a good weekend. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday, where we'll have the second round of the European Le Mans Series. And for those of you who are members here on the channel, we'll probably do a members-only stream Sunday evening, practicing in the LMP2. Until then, though, and next time, have fun, stay safe, take care.